has finally landed their first official star. Yes, this is not their first signing, but this is the first signing with real star power. You had Nneka Ogwumike. You had Alyssa Thomas. You had Jonquel Jones. You had Jewel Lloyd, Camila Cardoso, Janelle Saloon, Kelsey Mitchell, Lee Mang, and now you have Sophie the Trophy Cunningham.
The WNBA offseason just exploded. Sophie Cunningham didn't just make a move, she made the move of the year. She's officially joining Project B, the brand new professional league guaranteeing players salaries starting at $2 million. And let's be clear, this isn't just about money. It's about respect, leverage, and power. Suddenly, all those players and fans who spent the season throwing shade might be wondering if they backed the wrong team. The league that many dismissed as hype is stacking its roster with real, high-impact talent. And the usual critics, silent.
And I think the next team I play for, I want a bigger contract, so then I can buy a house and be homey and cozy.
Fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That could be the Liberty, it could be New York City, it could also be the Lynx, and it could be Minneapolis. Like, you just don't.
So what's the real impact of Sophie Cunningham joining Project B? Simple. She just made the most significant power play of the entire offseason. The former Phoenix Mercury sparkplug turned Indiana Fever fan favorite announced her signing, and the basketball world instantly lit up. While others spent months chasing clout, drama, and headlines, Sophie stayed focused, grew her value, and positioned herself perfectly. Now she's reaping the rewards, and the silence from certain corners of the WNBA community says everything.
Guys, I am so excited to announce that I'm actually joining Project B's athlete roster. I am so thrilled for it. It is giving women's basketball a platform that is much deserving, not only here in the United States, but across the world.
But before diving deeper into why this move matters so much, let's talk about what Project B actually is, because this is far bigger than a trend or experiment. Project B is a full 5-on-5 professional basketball league, set to launch in fall 2026. 6 teams, 11 players per team. Traditional basketball, not 3x3, not gimmicks, not exhibitions. And that minimum salary, $2 million. Read that again. A minimum that's more than 6 times last year's WNBA Supermax. That's not symbolic. That's not a marketing stunt. That's a direct challenge to the entire business structure of women's basketball. And this league isn't backed by random investors with money to burn. It has the support of NFL legend Steve Young and tennis superstar Novak Djokovic, 2 massive names who understand sports at the highest level. Their involvement instantly gives Project B legitimacy, reach, and credibility. Sophie's announcement video said it all: genuine excitement, gratitude, and a clear understanding that Project B is offering something players have been asking for, genuine respect backed by real money. The WNBA has talked about improving pay for years. Project B just did it overnight. Even more interesting, Sophie is now the second Indiana Fever star to sign. Kelsey Mitchell joined just 1 day earlier. 2 core pieces of the Fever, one of the most popular teams in the league, are choosing Project B. That alone speaks volumes about where women's basketball players feel valued. Remember how all season long, critics claimed Indiana's success was a fluke? How they said only one player mattered, and everyone else was just along for the ride? Project B just blew that narrative to pieces. You don't offer someone a $2 million contract unless you believe they drive ratings, move fans, and elevate the game.
Cunningham, as we know, Project B, their season runs with Unrivaled. The same time of year. Project B starts earlier, finishes a little later. Unrivaled runs in the middle of that. If you are in Project B, there is no way, shape, or form.
And Sophie Cunningham does move the needle. She's officially the 3rd most searched WNBA player on Google. That means fans want her. Sponsors want her. Networks want her. Yet throughout the season, many tried to downplay her role, acting like she didn't matter. Funny how those voices are suddenly quiet now. This is what makes her move so satisfying. It's the story flipping in real time. Players and fanbases who tried to gatekeep popularity and sabotage other success are being forced to watch as the players they dismissed cash multi-million-dollar checks. And here's the key difference: Project B is not Unrivaled. Unrivaled is 3-on-3. Fun, fast, unique, but not full-court basketball. Not the traditional game players have mastered their entire lives. Project B is full 5-on-5 action during the WNBA offseason, meaning players can do both. They can play their WNBA season, then head to Project B and earn multiples of their WNBA salary without missing a beat, and look at the talent joining Sophie, Jewel Lloyd, one of the most lethal guards in the world, Juju Watkins, the rising superstar shaping the future Camila Cardoso, an unstoppable force in the paint. These are not fringe names. These are franchise players. This is not a gimmick, it's the real deal. Critics will try to spin this as fragmentation or confusion for fans, but the truth is simple: more opportunities mean more power for players. For decades, women athletes have been underpaid. Now they have leverage: pay me fairly, or someone else will. And Project B paying double the WNBA max changes every future contract negotiation instantly. This also raises a huge question: who's next from the Fever? Project B's social media activity suggests more signings are coming. Lexi Hull's name keeps surfacing, and honestly, why wouldn't she go? $2 million to hoop in the offseason is the easiest yes in history, and Sophie's comment section. It's chaos. Half supporters, half haters, and all eyes glued to the announcement. The same people saying she doesn't matter will be tuning in anyway, out of love or hate. Attention is attention. Here's what critics refuse to understand: women's basketball is not about a single superstar. It's growing because multiple players bring energy, skill, and personality. Sophie brings toughness, emotion, shooting, charisma, and a loyal fan base. That's value. That's why she gets paid. Another interesting piece: the Saudi angle. Project B has a partnership with a Saudi events company, but the league is the one paying them, not taking money from Saudi investors. That's a major distinction for anyone concerned about funding sources, and with Steve Young and Novak Djokovic involved, this isn't some vanity project. These are people who know how to build global sports brands. They aren't here to play small, which leads to the big question: what happens to the WNBA now? For years, WNBA leadership has pointed to revenue limitations as the reason salaries stay low. Project B just proved that investors are willing to pour money into women's basketball, real money. That forces the WNBA to respond. And hopefully, to pay. Now let's talk about the name everyone's waiting on: Caitlin Clark. If she signs, Project B becomes instant must-watch TV. If she doesn't, the league still thrives because it already has a powerhouse of talent, but the buzz would be unreal if she joins. The other big names: Aya Wilson and Angel Reese. Neither is tied to unrivaled. If they jump to Project B, it becomes undeniable. But even without them, it's already stacked. The truth is, this move exposes how out of touch some fans and players have been. All year, they trashed Sophie, dismissed her contributions, and acted like she didn't belong. Now she's signing multi-million-dollar deals while they're arguing online for free. From a business standpoint, Sophie's move is brilliant. She bet on herself and won. She could have played it safe. Instead, she chose the path that could redefine women's basketball for an entire generation, and the league structure: perfect. 6 teams, real rosters, real rotations, and no conflict with the WNBA season. This is sustainable, not a flash in the pan. What happens next is obvious: more signings, more announcements, more pressure on the WNBA. But right now, one thing is clear: Sophie Cunningham just made a statement. She's worth millions. She deserves respect. She deserves a platform that sees her full value. Project B stepped up and said, "We agree." Haters can spin, complain, or downplay all they want, but the market just made its decision. Real money is backing players like Sophie. Fans are hyped. The future is here. And the naysayers? They're being left behind. This isn't just a contract signing. It's the start of a new era. The old guard is losing control, and the players are taking their power back, finally getting what they've earned. That if you want to know where women's basketball is headed, look at Sophie Cunningham's move. That's the future.